The brilliant reason why my daughter broke up with her date. My teenage daughter's new boyfriend was this total trust fund kid named Brad. He drove a pristine, lifted truck that his dad paid for, and he acted like he owned the entire town. Instead of giving him the typical, intimidating fatherly speech, I decided to test his character with a little old-school American grit. When he arrived at our house to take my daughter out for dinner, I didn't get mad. I just smiled and asked him if he wanted to help me char some steak on the backyard charcoal grill. He smirked, probably thinking it was a piece of cake, and said, "Sure thing, man." We walked outside, and I handed him a bag of charcoal and some matches, no lighter fluid. I looked him dead in the eye and asked if he knew how to start a real traditional fire. He laughed, boasting about his summer camping trips, but I saw that tiny, split-second flicker of panic. I sat down in a lawn chair, crossed my legs, and said, "Show me." With my daughter watching through the kitchen window, his pride wouldn't let him back down. For the next 25 minutes, Brad struggled miserably. He got soot all over his expensive designer polo shirt. He kept making excuses, blaming the humidity, and complaining that his family always uses high-tech electric grills. My daughter watched the whole thing unfold. At first, she was annoyed with me, but then she watched Brad completely lose his cool. He threw a literal temper tantrum, slammed the metal tongs onto the patio, and swore under his breath because he couldn't get a single ember to catch. 2 days later, she broke it off. Yesterday, she hugged me and said, "Dad, you didn't care about the grill. You wanted to see how he handles a minor inconvenience." She told me he had a habit of snapping at fast food workers, and this final meltdown proved he was a spoiled brat. I just smiled, handed her the matches, and said, "Your turn to learn, because a man who burns down under pressure isn't someone you can ever depend on."